Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Claire.
I'm Sierra. Nice to meet you.
Okay, Claire, Sierra.
Yeah. You can remember the brown-haired girl with glasses is Claire. The other brown-haired girl with glasses is Sierra. So I'll go ahead and kick us off. We are going to start by who are you and what is your story?
My name is Murad Nadir. I am the brand ambassador, CEO of Join My Obsession. Join My Obsession is just a company that I've started during COVID. A lot of us have kind of like adapted and transformed. And one of the things that motivated me at the beginning of this was Good Morning America. You know, like you would see Hoda, you would see Kathy Lee. They have their wine-filled coffee cup mugs, just like chilling on there, sipping. And, you know, I said there's going to be two kind of people after COVID. There's going to be the person that's going to be sitting on the couch with Kathy Lee, with Hoda, discussing how they started their business and how they kind of made COVID work for them. And then there's going to be that person that's kind of like sitting back on their couch watching Hoda, Kathy Lee enjoy their coffee, their wine-filled coffee mugs, talking about or thinking about what they could have done. And so that was the kind of start from kind of taking myself with affiliated or taking myself from being affiliated solely with my gym to kind of using my personality to kind of start my own thing and to kind of put my time into my own brand.
Wow.
You mentioned your gym. Have you always been interested in fitness?
Yeah, for sure. Like I started running in high school. So it was like a little cross-country team in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So we had the ability to, you know, run on the boardwalk. We had training on the beach. We had the woods not so far from us. At a young age, I had the ability to really enjoy the pleasantries of running. You know, I was running by a beach. I would run by swamps. We would see the changing of the birds, you know, migrating from south and going north. And so at a very young age, like my coach would always say, you know, enjoy the process. Like when you're running, don't bear the pain, enjoy your view, like get out of your head. And so it kind of like started me really geared up to being like, okay, this might be something that I could want to do forever, but then like I wasn't fast. How can I do something like in the fitness industry and not be like an Olympic medalist?
How would you say your mental fitness and your physical fitness coincide, or how do you differentiate the two?
So for me, that's something that I get so passionate about, right? Because mental and physical fitness, they're one and the same. And for example, like every workout, every session that I end, we always end with praise and with guidance about where we want to go and what we want to do. And so there's praise to whoever, you know what I'm saying? But then there's also room for us to understand and to be thankful where we are, but also envision. And I tell my guests to breathe. Let's smell, let's feel, let's see the air that you want to breathe. If you envision yourself moving to Florida, in our workout, in the time that you're giving to yourself, let's breathe that Florida weather. Let's exist in those emotions. Let's feel that into our body, and then we can create that. And obviously, there's other work to be done. There is, you know, the grace of God that sometimes we need as well to help with big moves. But for the most part, they are one and the same because I feel like fitness aligns your mental and aligns your brain to be like, okay, this is where I want, and let's put this forth in the universe.
You mentioned also that you started, like you came up with your business in the beginning of COVID. Can you just give us the business name again and how exactly did you come up with it, and where have you how far have you progressed?
Join My Obsession, I started, like I said, during COVID, and it was something that I feel like is a natural progression, right? Like when we're in fitness, I think that sometimes we, or all of us, we gear our body. I want bigger arms, you know, I want a tighter chest, I want a bigger booty. You know, we all have these different goals and different things that we're like, I want to focus on, I want to get. And the idea was that we're not going to focus on, you know, certain parts of our bodies. We're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the longevity of things. We're going to focus on what we can do well into our 60s, you know, well into our 70s. And so if this is something that we're going to do for a lifetime, why not get obsessed with it? You know, if I'm going to work hard, I struggle to get to work on time. You know, I struggle to give my all to a company that is not mine. If I'm going to give them my 40 hours a week, some of us 60 hours a week, I'm going to give them all my energy. I come home stressed. I come home and work extra. I want to give them all of that. Why not be obsessed with myself? Why not put all of that time and that energy and that passion that I'm giving somebody else to make 8 times as much as they're paying me? Why not give that into myself? And so Join My Obsession is not just Join My Obsession. You guys come into my fitness obsession and let's work out with what I want to do. Let's curate your body and curate what you can do and what's going to be your obsession for your lifetime. And now we're aligned in our individual obsessions. Like we can skyrocket, you know, like planet, moon, earth, fire, you know what I mean? Like Captain Planet, this thing.
I love that, actually.
Thank you.
Tagging on to that, how would you articulate like the specific mission statement or message of your business?
My statement is just like I said, and moving forward for the longevity of things, I'm obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with you. You get obsessed with yourself, and together let's grow. And that can be in many different facets, you know. It's a simple journey. And I also want people to understand that in fitness, you know, we have these things like diets, right? A diet is essentially everything that you put into your body. So if I had a little wine today, if I had ice cream today, they have become part of my diet. But we get into these trends where it's like, okay, I'm on the keto diet or I'm on this kind of diet, and it sounds temporary. And for the longevity of things, if this is your obsession, if this is what we're doing forever, you know, those kind of temporary things are not going to work. And so in my mission statement and in everything that I do, I want us to, again, think about the base. How long can we do this? How long can we sustain our health? How long can we be around for our families and our future kids and our future families? And so in that, let's do things that can actually progress in this, you know? So in our journey, in a lifetime, if it's a journey over 60 years, then we have time to grow. There's time to fail. There's time to hurt. There's time to love, you know? So there's time for Thanksgiving and my mama's cornbread. There's time for Christmas and my grandmama's casserole, because I'm going to enjoy those things. I'm not going to, you know, magically be on a keto diet during the end of the year trying to get ready for my New Year's resolutions and missing out and being depressed because I can't have green bean casserole. Like that would actually depress me. And so in our fitness journey, we need room for that. I want the journey to be understood that it is a lifelong journey. And in that journey, there's space for ups and downs. So in that, let's not have so much pressure on, I just have to be on this diet, or I just have to be something that's temporary, where we're doing things for the long run. So in 60 years, this pint of ice cream, because I'm feeling sad on this rainy day, is not going to hurt me.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of people who see like the fitness environment and they think, oh, well, I'm going to have to stop doing all the stuff that I like.
Right.
But during this process, have you had like any successes that you recognize or remember?
Okay, so with starting this, like having this idea with my friend, came me starting to get into it. Like, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to, you know, really have that LA kind of lifestyle, fake it till you make it. And so I applied for a sponsorship with this company called GoSesh.com. And they're a UK-based company that has a branch in LA. And so I worked with one of their ambassadors. I got sponsored on their account for like 6 months. And so I was able to travel to like Miami, to Jersey, to New York, to LA, and just teach different fitness disciplines, like outside on the beach or on a rooftop, or just like maybe like outside of a trail. And so that was a great success, right? That was early on. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like I'm already traveling for work. I get to travel and work out on the beach. So this is great. And then you start having like classes of like 10 people and like 15 people. And then maybe you get to a situation and you have a class of like 1 person. And so I want to still give my all to each person. But, you know, in the inside, I would at first consider that as a failure, you know what I mean? As oh gosh, like I'm regressing, you know what I mean? Instead of progressing. And so I would think like, gosh, man, I want to have classes filled with, you know, teaming with people, like people just waiting outside, like, hey, I can't wait to get in class. And I'm like, sure, I got you in the next one. So when you don't have that, I begin to feel, okay, well, what can I do to do more? Am I not doing enough? And so with it just in GoSesh, there was so much success and traveling and quickly already being a new trainer and already booking a job. But then the sad part was like, okay, well, sometimes the turnout wasn't as good, you know? Mm-hmm. And so just in that one company, there was like so many successes and failures. I would say one of my greatest successes so far, though, is being aligned and affiliated with my gym. I'm affiliated with Atlanta Kick in Atlanta and Buckhead. And I mean, it's such a great family. And I'm family oriented. I'm all about keeping people in my life forever. And so for me to align with them, that was like still a success that's still going. And it's taught me so much to appreciate a class of 1 or a class of 30. I'm going to go in with the same energy and treat it the same.
Who has been the biggest inspiration to you? And this could be in the fitness community or in life.
My friend Victor, he is such an inspiration to me. Like I met him probably in 2016, so it's one of my newer friends. But this guy is so charismatic. He's so passionate. Like when we talk like, yo, what's up? Like, let's get it. Yeah, boy. Like, he's so crazy. And I'm like, yo, we're in the middle of a restaurant. Like, calm down. But like that passion, that energy, like it motivates me. And when he talks about fitness, he's always so like, we're going to get this. Like, we're going to make it happen. Like, it's always the slapping of the hand. There's always the passion. And so I lined him up with Sean T. Sean T is this guy who used to teach, like, I believe in Jersey, like at Rowing University. But he was out like when, like people were putting out DVDs, like Beachbody, Insanity. And so he's this very like vibrant man that's been in the game for probably like 20 years. And you have seen his transition. He went from making DVDs to having transformed into this like digital world. And he's still making a brand for himself. And now he has a husband and he has 2 kids. And for me, it's such a motivation. He's such a motivator because he's, fitness you might think is so macho. Fitness you think is so rah. And here's a gay guy that has found his lane and found his core and continuing his journey for the next 20, 40, 50 years. And so now he's in his 40s, I believe, and he's looking great. And, even with COVID, the way that he's transitioned to like TikTok and to kind of make himself relevant, it's very inspirational.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On that topic, given the socio and political climate right now, how does your brand comment or give voice to the current concerns that are going on right now?
I don't. When I read about this question, I was like, wow, like I don't, and I comfortably don't, and I unapologetically do not give any voice or comment to the climate that's going on right now. When you come into my obsession, when you come into my home, we are going to separate all of that. We are going to focus on us. We're going to take you here. We're going to work on your body. Sometimes it's 6 in the morning, sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 6 p.m., sometimes it's 7 p.m. We're going to get where we need to get. We're going to make sure that we reach our fitness goals for the day, therefore reaching our fitness goals for the month, therefore reaching our fitness goals for the year, therefore continuing our journey. And we're going to keep that mindset separated from all of that. So we don't speak to that. If my guests wanted to, then sure, we would get into that, but we go right into the workout. And then at the end, we give praise. I always give praise to the man, the woman, the entity above. And we always give praise to ourselves for being here and ourselves for being able to even work out in a climate like this, because it can be depressing. But no, we don't give it any time at all. No comment. Plead the fifth.
So you and your business are incredibly authentic, everything you've said about the business, what you want for people, but how would you say you balance having a really clear, authentic mission for your patrons with feeding into what's popular?
So that's really hard, right? Because you want to be, on trend.
Yeah.
Trendy is often like that is a bad word. You want to be on trend. You want to always be equipped with the latest knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, for example, when I was younger, if you were ever situated like this, when you were trying to breathe or trying to rest, my coach would, pop you in the butt or pop you in the back. This is weak. This is not how we situated. If you wanna open up your lungs and expand your lungs, then we sit up with our hands behind our back, right? And so, like, studies show now that actually this kind of stance actually opens up your airways and provides maximum wind capacity into your lungs. So for years, you know, we were all like, no, we can't do this. We can't lean down. You know, if I get tired, I huff and puff, then you get back up and your hands on top of your head, you know, just something that has changed with the times, you know what I mean? And then with these diets and the different workout attire and the bands, and now we're at COVID, so people have like their little weights at home and their little kettlebells. I mean, I am always a student. I am never completely full of knowledge, like to the point where I cannot get new knowledge from outside sources. And so I learn from my clients all the time. You know, I learn from different people, different trends all the time, because we have to keep up with it. And sometimes, you know, if the guests want that and I'm here to please you, then I'm going to try to learn that and try to incorporate it in a way where we can do it for, again, the longevity of things.
Where do you see yourself in your business in 5 years?
I would want to still have this youthfulness. I would still want to have this excited energy about my obsession. And I believe that this is something that can sustain because it is myself. You know, if we're not obsessed with anybody else, why not ourselves? So the next 5 years, I see myself taking JMO, you know, into a brand where I can have other people teaching and bring in other coaches to kind of add their expertise and their lifestyles that are being, you know, drafted and gifted to them as we speak, to kind of bring them on to my brand in the next 5 years. And so that way my clients can get even more variety, you know, and what I can offer, because I can't do everything. So, you know, I want to bring on some people that are knowledgeable and that can. And then I have a goal, like in the next 5 years, I want to start taking, because I am so mind behind body, I want to take this on the road as a motivational speaker. I want to be able to really connect with people and really be able to gear them to completely understanding their love for themselves and how to like turn this into something that we can be completely, utterly happy with at 6 a.m., at 9 a.m., whatever time we wake up.
Yeah, so far from observing like your vibe, I can totally see that. Like, I just like feel motivated talking to you right now.
Yes,
Yes,
like,
let's go.
I like love myself so much right now from listening to you.
I love that, man.
There's so many more questions that I want to ask you, but unfortunately we're nearing the Zoom time limit. I think we only have like 5 minutes left. So do you mind sharing with us your favorite 5-minute no excuses workout? Mostly just because I need them.
So again, I'm all about plyo. So for me, it's plyometrics. If you don't know, plyo is all about the jumping excessive force of your muscles, right? So in a regular push-up, we're down, we're here, my elbows are back, I'm back 1 inch off the ground, I'm back up. And a plyometric push-up, we're gonna put a little bit more explosiveness into our jump. So for example, I go down, I come up, I'm gonna come up with my feet as well, and then back down. Oh. And so now we're adding more of a strain into our plyo. I'll do the front this time. We come up, you clap, and then down. So this way we're adding more strain, more explosiveness to the muscles. So that way it kind of expounds quickly, and that way we can try to get more of that growth. And this workout is gonna benefit you hours after our workout. For example, we start with like a regular like jumping jack, right? So everybody starts with their jumping jack, just like up here, out, and in. I like to add a star jump to it. So a star jump, we're gonna come up, we're gonna clap our hands in the air, boom, and then back down, landing softly, like there's a neighbor that lives downstairs. We're gonna add a burpee into our star jump. So we come up, clap, down, burpee, back up, clean. This is a way where we're kind of adding more pressure, more plyo, we're hitting up our core, we're hitting up our arms, you know, so one of my favorites. Another one for me, that's kind of gearing towards plyometric, I call it hop, hop, twist, twist. Squat position is always gonna be 90-degree angles. We start to add some bounces. And so with that, we're gonna add some hops into that, okay? So we're gonna go hop, hop, and then we're gonna twist, twist. We go hop, hop, twist, twist, clean. Another one of my favorites, whoop, whoop, wham, wham. What we do is just get into a 90-degree angle. Boom, so I got my legs running a 90. I have my arms back. I'm in perfect running form. Either way, I'll be there, okay? All we're gonna do is come forward, We go backwards, boom, legs down, sticking it out. We come back up into that 90, wop, wop, down into that lunge, back up, clean. So those are some of the workouts that I do to kind of start us off and kind of get the blood going like really early.
I'm motivated though now. I'm like, I need to go run a mile.
You guys take a class with me whenever. Like, I'll give you 2 classes. They'll be on me. Like, we'll transfer that.
Okay, dude.
Love that.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link whenever you're ready.
Before we finish, do you want to tell all of the viewers where they can find you online?
So right now I'm at the Green Giant on Instagram, or you can hit me up, joinmyobsession@gmail.com, and then I can send you any info or the package, the welcome package. But yeah, for the most part, you can find me at the Green Giant, just how it is, the Green Giant, and that's it.
Thank you for your time. I feel really motivated, and
thank you guys. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks so much for even considering me. And you know, Join My Obsession is just a baby. It just started this year, and so there's so much that I have to learn. There's so much that I am learning and growing, and so I'm thankful that in the process of my little baby, that you guys would care to take a picture of her, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I will see you guys soon in the workout.
Hope so.
Bye-bye.
Bye.